Madam Nachobe comes, sits here without going to cabinet and announces that I have abolished this. I want this. Head of public service. So if that happens, and these are the reasons why people say, fights with the... No, listen, I went to the polls to get this mandate under the law. We competed. We were over 12 on the ballot paper. I defeated them, and I was assigned this duty. Then somebody comes and says, no, that position of the road mayor is ceremonial. When the law is very clear, and I'm reading it's in black and white. It's in black and white. So point number one, I want to respect personal as the road mayor, the role of each of you.
There are no wins in cases
as defined under the law. You come to section 79. It's very, very simple. Section 79. Section 79, just read it brief. Power of the minister. The minister shall have the following powers: to vary, rescind any decision of the authority which is in controversy, where the minister considers that the matter is in grave nature, the commission of inquiry to investigate into matter, to address council matters of policy, to do this. In a nutshell, the minister has got veto powers. Not to initiate program for the development of, but where we have gone wrong, the minister has got powers to say no. There is a national policy. Whatever you are doing at a local, at a state authority is at variance with the national development program. NDP3, NDP, all the national programs are superior to our programs. And that is the role of the minister, to harmonize the functioning of the institution of Kcca with the national programs. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak ill of my minister. Sitting in the office of the minister, and they are discussing about allocation of stories of markets in the Buzeki. These are very, very serious matters. Then why did we get this mandate in section 11? Get the nomination papers. We go to the electoral commission. We go to the people. If they bring you here, I will yield the space for you. But if you fear elections, you fear to vie for the position of the Lord Mayor, and you come to City Hall here and you want to assume the role of the Lord Mayor, to make me appear as if I am redundant, no space. I must assure you, no space.
Point noted.
So that is point number one. Number two, you are welcome to a city which has got no structure plan. I have heard you talk about neighborhood planning and planning. Let me give you the bad news. I ask you to take time off to study all this. Madam Nacholi and the others. I took trouble to document the journey of Kampala since colonial days, because it's part of my obligation under section 11. And elaborating, I explained the journey of Kampala in as far as planning is concerned. If I were to lecture you on the issue of planning, you would even cry. Those of you who have listened to me, I don't have enough time about this. From the time when we had Kampala as the garden city of Africa, forget about Uganda being the pearl of Africa, but Kampala as the garden city, which had been planned by architect Ernest May, way back in the early 1940s, to the last time when we had a functional and operational structure plan, decades ago, 2014, that 1914, that's the semblance of the planning we had. Madam, I speak with a lot of I don't know, frustrations. And I always talk about this. When we, this report of over 500 pages to guide the journey of planning for the city, to have a structural plan, this expired. We got this in 2012. 10 years down the road, it expired before for implementation. Now we have started on a new one. This one. This was by the Israelis and the South Africans. Now Kcca has given us a huge volume. This one. A huge one. You may be here hyping Madame Sharifa that she's going to do amazing things here and what. Without a structural plan, we are incapacitated. It's the reason we are having a huge, because this is after Kcca happened. When Kcca happened, Parliament had to sit a couple of months ago, and they passed this report, a 49-page report. This is, I'm sorry about this time. They said here, the Minister of Finance should, within 6 months of the adoption of this report, provide adequate funds to Kcca towards sustainable waste management in accordance with the Presidential Executive Order and existing sustainable environmental practices. The order is that we go into a circular economy. Let's implement waste to energy policy. Now we are here, we have not even acquired the land for. This morning I was here, the minister is talking the acquisition of land. This one is saying the acquisition of land should go ahead. The NFA is talking in different language and this and that. What is it that we are doing? When the state is talking on garbage, let's not talk on the cities that there is a new ED who is going to say, I'm going to sweep the city clean. Where are you taking the garbage? We have no land. Recycling this garbage, where is the money? And so on and so forth. So I ask you to first acclimatize yourself with all this. I prepared files which I'm going to hand over to you. The remaining two issues, I will just be very, very brief. The ED talked about accountability here. Again, it's a very serious issue. The internal accountability systems are very weak. We always get audit reports, but they are never processed. The internal auditor, yes, good. Canon is a real canon. Canon will. Is he around? We have a canon who operates as a canon. He's a humble, meek. Always his reports have no penal sanctions.